So, a tough question. What's your thoughts about the ΟΑΚΑ experience and the fans here? Like crazy?
The thing is crazy, yeah. Crazy. I mean,
Λοιπόν, είμαστε εδώ στο ΟΑΚΑ με κύριο Άρη Μήλιο. Άρη.
Γεια σας σε όλους. Είμαστε εδώ με τον Τίμπορ Πλάις και είμαστε έτοιμοι όλοι για το Final Four της EuroLeague που φέτος αναμένεται πιο συναρπαστικό από ποτέ.
So, Τίμπορ, you want to say hello to our fans? To your fans?
hello fans, hello my fans.
So, how do you feel about this achievement, being in the Abu Dhabi Final Four?
I mean, I'm really excited, to be honest. Like, Abu Dhabi, will be for sure something special. I've been to a couple of Final Fours, and every single Final Four is something special. I mean, like, everyone is like working for this one moment, for this one tournament, and now achieving this, like, again, it's something like really special for my personal career. But now having like my teammates, like some new teammates, and achieving this goal, I'm just looking forward to it and having this atmosphere. I hope like a lot of fans are coming over to make this tournaments to something like really special.
Okay, like you said, you are very experienced in the Final Four competition. Do you think that exist favorites or underdogs in the Final Four?
I have a feeling it's sometimes more about like who has a good day and who has a bad day, because Final Four, I have a feeling like everybody's like meeting each other on the same level, eye level, because you cannot compare this kind of teams or opponents to the opponents you played during the season, because during the season you have like many games, and I mean, of course, like kind of like the slogan is like every game matters, but sometimes you're tired or whatever, but in the Final Four, semi-final and in the final, you're giving like even more. I remember like one time I played it and I was so tired I couldn't even like stand anymore, because I gave my really like last drop of energy. So I think what I've seen like in the last couple of years, sometimes even like the good teams, really like kind of like the favorite teams who ended up like on the first position, they had some trouble as well, because maybe some of them had like a bad day, the ball didn't went in. Or I remember like one of my Final Fours, like we ended up like scoring just like around like 60 points. And normally like the teams are ending up with 80 points. So you never know what you can expect from a Final Four. You can just prepare yourself as best as you can. On the end, you have to realize it's just basketball. You know how it is. Everybody knows how to play basketball. And you just have to give really like your last, and hope that you have a better day than the other guys.
Okay, that's your third time in a Final Four with Coach Αταμάν.
Mm-hmm.
Three out of three with Coach Αταμάν.
We've been there a couple of times together, and
But my question is about the first game, or the second game, sorry, with Efes. They won here. What did he say to the locker room after the 1-1?
I mean here?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, he say like now will be like really like difficult to go to Efes, to Istanbul, to Efes to win there, because of course like their home court, they have like home court advantage kind of like, of course it was like still like 1-1, but we had hoped to win here like at least like 2 games in front of our crowd, with our kind of like crowd in our back. It didn't work out. But my personal feeling was like when we won in Efes, when we went like 2-2, I had a feeling kind of like now when we are coming back home, we will make it. That was my personal feeling, and I have a feeling like coach was on my page, because he was more relaxed than in the 4 games before.
You had a difficult series in the playoffs against Efes. Do you think that this kind of war in playoffs can make you more ready for the Final Four pressure?
I have a feeling like every game can make you ready for this kind of games, but of course it was not so easy. But I mean, there were some teams that were done like really like earlier than us, and we had like, what do you say, like a couple more games to prepare ourselves for that kind of level. So I don't know if it's good or bad for us. I wouldn't say it's kind of like a negative. maybe it helps even more, like, you know, coming as together as a team, and maybe some players who maybe didn't had a chance to step up, they showed their quality. So I don't know. I have not really like an opinion about that.
You came here after a lesser injury, of course. The team was like shocked after that moment. What do you think about Matias? He will play in the Final Four?
You have to ask him.
Yeah,
I have no idea. I have no idea.
I know if I ask him, I know that he will tell me I will play. But of course, it's team's decision, you know.
Yeah.
But the whole team was motivated after this serious injury.
I mean, he's important.
How do you experience that by coming here and?
I mean, what I say then, you know, like in this kind of like, Matias is like a really important part of this team, and kind of like the rock, you know, like in the river. I don't know how to say it, but he was like kind of like always bringing his best, you know, his like fighting ability and all that stuff. I mean, I watched like a lot of games last year as well, so he's really important. And but what I say, like, I hope that he's coming back and that he's playing, but I have a feeling like some other players, you know, like used their chance as well. And for example, like Dinos, he made like a good job as well. Normally he's playing on position 4, then he played on position 5. He stepped, he did his thing. So I have a feeling like it gave them the chance to pair themselves as well. And I think when Matias is coming back, like, doesn't matter who's on the court, you know, they can play on a really high level. So I don't know. What I said, like, ask him if he wants to come back or if he can come back.
Matias is always ready.
Yeah, then hey, I mean, I've seen him like celebrating like on one leg, on 2 legs, or whatever. So I hope that as well.
Okay. 2021 and 2022 with Efes reaching the European title. Do you think is it better that Panathinaikos go to the Abu Dhabi Final Four as a reigning champs?
I mean, sometimes it's not easy as the kind of like back-to-back team. It's just like a question of like showing character, because like you cannot, I mean, but maybe because our way to the Final Four was not so easy, you know, like if it would be like, had been like too easy, like 3-0, we would maybe like, oh, we are the best team, we go there now, easy, we will win the Final Four. But because it was so difficult, and we had to show character to go to Abu Dhabi, maybe it made us like even like more ready, because it was not kind of like a self-running system. We had to fight for it, so now we know what's coming, and maybe it was a good preparation. So I take the question like 2 questions back. I kind of like changed it, because I think maybe it's good for us that we went over 5 games. You come here and you have like over 10,000. Like, I mean, guys, do you have nothing else to do? No, I'm joking.
Welcome to the jungle, like Honor said.
That's how I'm feeling. That's why it's green here, like everywhere. Like I felt, no, it was impressive. And to be honest, like, you know, I came here, and for me, it's like sometimes, you know, when I have like a day off, I like going to the city. I'm a person. I'm from Germany. I like to walk around outside, see new things, you know, do some sightseeing. I do photography a little bit, so I'm a lot outside. So I was sometimes like thinking like, oh, if I go to the city, you know, everybody's recognize you. So I go maybe to different places. So I went to places like 1.5 hours from here, and even there, like you have like the greens, you know, you ever feel like you have the jungle everywhere I'm going, as long as I'm in Greece. So I seen some guys like in Lutraki, for example, like I went to a restaurant, like, hey, let's go. And you have them everywhere. It's, for me, it's really like this passion, and even like the respect the fans are giving you for your achievements. Even like I just came here, I didn't have so much time to show myself, but everybody knew me already from the past, and everybody was kind of like, hey, we are happy for you. You're a great person, you're a good character, you give your best, like, you help the team, maybe not, sometimes not on the court, but upside on the court, in practice and everything. And this gives me like, yeah, gives me the feeling being a part of this kind of jungle as well.
I have one question more about.
Two.
Yeah. How do you feel playing with Kendrick Nunn? I mean, he's a very talented guy.
Yes.
He's the MVP.
Yes.
And
well deserved.
yeah, Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts about Kendrick? I mean, how is like a person, you know?
For me, it's sometimes like crazy because he's doing sometimes things like really like effortless. He's not like let's go. He's more like kind of like sliding over the court. He can be like sometimes like really quick. Then he's like jumping out of nowhere, like 10 meters in the air, dunking on people. It's like really like a talented guy. Good character, like really like hard worker. He's in the gym before, after. You know, I'm a person, I like more like going, for example, in the practice. I like more like going for weightlifting after practice. It's kind of like because I can put everything in practice, and then like the last energy I have, I put in the weightlifting. And he's there as well, stretching himself, taking care of his body. Then like I'm coming to the locker room, then he's doing like cold top, warm top, medium top, whatever top, and ordering his food. So he's doing everything to bring this kind of like professionalism on the court, like on the court, but even like into like every single day. So it's impressive how he's putting like his whole time during the day on being professional, and then probably like because of that he's able to bring this kind of like crazy games on the court.
You started the season in Trapani Arc in Italy. Did you have in your mind that some months later you will be to the Final Four again with Panathinaikos?
It's like crazy. I was talking about this like with my family and friends, and for me something like what came kind of like I came on this point in my mind is kind of like that everything happens for a reason. Because like, I mean, I went to Trapani, like an amazing team as well, like really ambitious. We played on the top. We were on the first position in Italy. But then like I went to the national team. I didn't play national team for the last 8 years because I had some problems. Team didn't want to let me go, all that stuff. So I came back to the national team. And then like coming to my being able to play again with my old coach, same system, almost like everything is the same. Even like the sleeping time, the food almost like we have chicken soup before games, everything is the same. And then of course it's like kind of like painful or not, but then like randomly playing against my old team, FS, you know, where I played like 6 years, it's my family, like a lot of good friends, fans, all of them like coming back to play there, and to see some faces, and then going for another Final Four. I have a feeling it's kind of, you can write a book about it, you know, it's crazy. I didn't expect that like last summer, but I'm really thankful for that, for all that steps, and I'm just going with the vibe. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the time with my teammates every single day, every single practice, every single handshake, and just, we have some really good characters on the team, so I'm just enjoying the moment.
Enjoying basketball.
Basketball was always my passion, makes me happy, gives me pleasure, so let's do it. Let's win with this kind of like pleasure of basketball. Let's win the cup.
Thank you, Tíbor. Thank you for being here with us.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Always, always. My kids.